Good morning, YouTube. How the heck are you? Nice to see y'all this morning. Hope y'all are doing good. Hope none of you have corona. Unless it's the drinkable kind with lime. I don't like the lime, I just drink the corona. Anyway, so here I am in Council Bluff, Iowa. At least they don't have snow, right? That's the way I'm looking at it. So, all this corona crap going on. This will be pages in the history book. How corona stopped the world. It's the biggest damn joke there is. The Chinese did this. This was one of their little pet projects that got loose, and here we are. On the other end of that, if you stop and think about this for a second, that not only did it get loose, I think and I feel that it was intentional. I feel that it was intentional because it's a financial game with China. That's all it is. It's a financial game with China. China wants financial superiority over every country on the planet. And, for the last 35, 40 years, we've been giving it to them, hook, line, and sinker. We've given them property rights to, things that we've designed as a country or that companies in our country have designed. Perfect example. Land Rover. Land Rover's a sellout. Okay? Land Rover took their business over there, and guess what? China now owns a spitting image, a clone of the Land Rover for half the price. It's not available here because you can't get it here because it's not allowed here. And I wouldn't allow it here either. I think Land Rover ought to be ashamed of themselves for giving the Chinese the right to do that, or any other company that gives them the right to do that. Okay? The United States should not be dependent on any other country, period. We have far superior technology than any other country on this planet. We have the smartest people on this planet. We have, in some cases, some of the hardest working people on this planet. I stay in this truck nonstop. Why do I do that? I have dreams. I know I have things that I want. I want to build my custom house. I want a dozen trucks. I've only got 3 at this point. I had 2. I'm in the process of getting 3 right now. So, but that's all I wanted to do for this year anyway. So I've met one goal for this year. Anyway, my opinion on this corona thing. So, I already did a video on this, so I don't want to get into this in depth. All right. This is all just a game with China. Long story short, the Attorney General for the state of South Carolina, Alan Wilson, got on the radio, I believe it was the end of last week, and said that he met with some other attorneys and some other legal minds, and that it was completely illegal and a violation of a constitutional right for them to tell anybody not to congregate anywhere, whether it be church, outdoors, or any other outdoor gathering or just general gathering. It's also a constitutional violation for any mayor or any governor to tell any business that they need to shut down. Okay? On the other end of that, the governor also has the ability in the process of notifying the state that they're in a state of emergency. He has a 15-day window basically to do what he wants. So, and what I mean by that is, if the governor says, it's illegal to do this, it's illegal to do that, don't congregate, don't, whatever, don't stay in your homes, don't go to work, whatever. For 15 days, that is law. Somewhat. Because on the other end of that, the Constitution says they can't do that. Okay? And Alan Wilson and these other legal people have put that out there. Now they've told mayors and the governor that, or they didn't tell them, they basically warned them. They said, you really need to rethink or be very specific about what you're asking the public to do, because it's a constitutional violation and you'll end up on the wrong end of a lawsuit later down the road. Now, Governor McMaster has now reversed course and said, oh, you don't have to, you can get together and do church or whatever, just do social distancing. So basically what he's saying is, you can go to church, but you still need to stay away from each other. You still need to take precautions. You still need to use common sense. And I agree with him on that one. I think anybody should use common sense. However, having said that, there is a website called, I believe it's World Meters. Anyway, it's a website that keeps track of death tolls by category: flu and pneumonia, car accidents, airplane accidents, falling out of bed. That was one I pointed out before. 749 people died last year falling out of bed. Oh my God, let's start burning our beds. So at this point this year, we've got, if I'm not mistaken, something like countrywide, we've got 5,600 deaths, I think it is, something close to that, or maybe just a hair over that. It's been 3 months since this whole corona thing started, and the Chinese didn't say anything. And in 3 months, we've got 5,700 people. Let's put that into perspective, people. Last year, just the flu alone killed 61,000 people. This year, flu and pneumonia have killed, at this point in the year, 113,000 people. I'm 51. I don't remember any point in my 51 years of existence that we have shut down the country, caused absolute hysteria, shut down companies, put the American people in such an economical bind that it's just absurd. Okay, I get that this is killing people. Nobody needs to die, but it happens. Okay, having said that, I think they're going about this the wrong way. Okay, I myself, 51 years old, I'm in great health. All right. Now, granted, I'm a truck driver, but that doesn't mean that every one of these other drivers in this parking lot will get out of their truck and jog from end to end of this road back and forth. Me? I'll do it all day long. Don't matter to me. I can do that. Okay, I'm in that kind of health. I eat well. I take my Organifi. Plug. Anyway, that wasn't intentional. It just came out. I think what we need to do is really concentrate on isolating anybody over the age of 60 or obese people, like close to 300 and over. And there's a lot of you big heifers running around. Not trying to be rude. I'm just saying, some of you have medical problems. Some of you just have a hand-to-mouth problem. But nonetheless, obese people, they are also at risk. Diabetics, people with HIV. There are several people that fall into this category that I don't wish death on anybody. People that smoke, who knows, smoke heavily and have done it for a long time. You may be at health as well. I mean, I'm quite positive you're not breathing the way you used to before you started smoking. Anyway, we need to take all those people and isolate them. All right. The government needs to get names on healthcare workers that are willing to isolate themselves and shelter in place for, let's say, 3 weeks at a time, okay, and take care of these people. All right. Not come in and out, in and out, in and out. You're running more risk of bringing that crap in. So what if you're taking your temperature every morning? That doesn't mean you're not carrying it in. It's a 14, 15-day incubation. All right. Isolate those people. Have people live in place, shelter in place with them for, let's say, 3 weeks. Have the government pay them well for their time and their effort. Okay. And then at the end of that 3 weeks, get out. Have another group come in. Do the same thing for, let's say, two cycles. Okay. Now, people my age or younger, people that are in great health or good health, people that feel like they should have no issues, all right, use common sense. Wear a mask, sterilize your hands, wear gloves, whatever the case may be. Go to work. Go to work. Have the companies have a group of people walking around all day long and doing nothing but sterilize things. Things that come in if you're shipping and receiving. All right. If you're receiving stuff, have a group, as the stuff is being unloaded off of trucks, have it sterilized. All right. Before it goes on a truck, have it sterilized. All right. Don't have drivers getting in and out of their trucks coming in the building. Make them stay in the trucks. All right. Have the company, if it's through a broker or however it is you're booking your loads, have the company sign for the load. Don't have the driver do it. Have the company sign for it. Send it back. This way, all you've got to do is put the paperwork in the trailer when you load it and have him pull out of the gate, get out of his truck, grab his paperwork, close his doors, and go on down the road. And do the same thing at the other end. Open the doors, put the paperwork in the back to the doors. He doesn't ever have to see anybody. He doesn't have to come in contact with people. At that point, it'll be on the companies to isolate any kind of illness. Okay? If you're isolating the old people, you're isolating the people that have the potential to contract or be fatally impacted by the coronavirus, and you're isolating it from a public or an economical standpoint, we shouldn't have an issue. We don't go through this with the flu or the pneumonia. Why are we doing it with this? The only downside to this virus is it attacks the respiratory system of people who have underlying issues. All right? This is bullshit. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, people. It was a slip. I have potty mouth. Okay, I like to speak my mind, but for Facebook, Cheesy Poofs, for YouTube, and for my viewers, I try to keep, I try to keep it clean. Anyway, I think I'm wasting enough of y'all's time. Anyway, I think y'all get what I'm saying. We need to bring this to an end. This is just killing the economy. At this point, it's not affected me any. I've stayed running stated. I've been running nonstop. I'm doing well. So thank you to the companies and to the people that are working. Thank you to the companies that are not breaking their supply chain, because you're keeping people like me and all these guys parked in this parking lot in business. So thank you. I think President Trump, Vice President Pence, and his crew that he's put in place to do this, I think they're doing an amazing job. But on the other end of that, they need to keep in mind that Fauci and I forget the woman's name, they are die-hard Hillary ass kissers.